What's up, everybody? I hope all of you guys are doing good today. I hope today greeted you with a smile, and I hope today ended with a smile for y'all. Um, Before we get started, just my own little introduction here. I'm Andrew Scott. This is Get to Know, and we handle the tough subject of pedophilia in our country. And this is a personal mission of mine that I'm on to make a difference in this world, in our country, when it comes to pedophiles and the way they are handled in court. And we're just here to make a difference in this country for our children's sake, because our children are our future and we have to keep them safe and protected. This channel is dedicated to making change with the laws and penalties of these sex crimes against children. And I know I'm personally not going to stop until it makes a difference. So it feels like I'm forgetting something here. Oh, yes. This channel is about coming to a how do I put it? This channel is about putting a stop to pedophilia as best as we can, and starting now. That's what this channel is about. This channel is not about other creators. This channel is not about coming in and starting shit and talking shit and any of that kind of stuff. This channel is about the biggest issue I feel in this country, and that is pedophilia. So if you want to come in here onto this channel, into this live chat, and try to drop porn bombs and try to talk shit on other people who show up, if anybody does, haha. Then I take that and the rest of the community as well takes that as you being hostile against Get to Know and the purpose of Get to Know. And if you want to come in here and try to start shit and try to badmouth on other creators, because I don't care who you are. I really don't care who you are. Everybody's welcome here except for pedophiles. So I don't care what creator you are. If you want to come in here and start shit, then you either support pedophilia or you're a pedophile yourself, so get the fuck out of here in the first place. So, with that being said, let's get going. Let's get rolling. Got no one in the chat besides myself. And tonight, we are doing part 2 of a 10-part series on each state in the United States and their most popular sex crime against children. And tonight we are covering 5 through 10. And we will be starting with Colorado. because yesterday we covered Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California. So, today, excuse me, today we will be covering the next 5 states, and we will be starting with Colorado tonight. Colorado, number 1 crime against children, sexual assault against children in Colorado. Way to go, Colorado. Should make your laws a little bit stiffer, so make the penalties a little bit harsher. Maybe those numbers will come down. I'm sure they would. Number 2, aggravated sexual assault. I wonder what that covers. We'll get to that in a little bit. State number 7, Connecticut. Number 1 crime against children sexually in Connecticut is child pornography. Whether you're in possession of it, distribution of it, if you have child pornography, that's the number 1 crime. That's the number 1 crime against children sexually in Connecticut. Number 2 is sexual assault. That one seems to show up a lot here on all these states so far. Delaware, sexual exploitation of a child. Number 1 crime against children in Delaware is sexual exploitation of a child. Number 2 is rape and sexual assault against children. Delaware. Number 2, rape and sexual assault. Number 1, sexual exploitation. Florida. I learned something kind of interesting about Florida. Kind of made me feel, I don't know, a little bit more partial to liking Florida, I guess. Number 1, Number 1 is child pornography. Possession of child pornography. That's the number 1 crime in Florida against children sexually in Florida. So, number 2 is sexual battery. So, number 1 is child pornography in Florida, and number 2 is sexual battery. This is what I learned about Florida that I found really interesting. In Florida, child molestation is a strict liability crime, which means defendants are automatically barred from using the excuse that they were unaware of the victim's age. So they can't use that as part of their defense. They're automatically barred from it. The judge won't hear it. The prosecuting attorneys won't hear it. It's not accepted. So I think that's pretty good, Florida. Way to make a move in the right direction, I think. Number 10 tonight, or 10 in the series. Number 10 in the series. Georgia. Number 1 crime sexually against children is solicitation of sodomy. I read that right. Number 1 sex crime against children in Georgia is solicitation of sodomy. It fucking blows my mind. Number 2. This was kind of a hard one to do because I had to. Hey sister, glad you're here. So, Georgia, number 1 is solicitation of sodomy. Number 2, like I was saying, this one's kind of hard because there was all of them. This next set with solicitation of sodomy and this next set I'm going to read, these crimes take up 91% of all sexual crimes against children in Georgia. so, so number one is solicitation of sodomy, and number two is aggravated child molestation, and statutory rape. So, solicitation of sodomy, aggravated child molestation, and statutory rape are 91% of all reported crimes against children sexually in Georgia. Hmm. Hmm. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Um. Okay, Darlene, hang on. I will gladly run back over them real quick. Colorado, sexual assault is number one against children, and number two is aggravated sexual assault in Colorado. Connecticut, child pornography, possession, distribution, participation in it, whatever. Possession of child pornography. And number two is sexual assault towards a child. Delaware was sexual exploitation was one, and number two was rape and sexual assault. That was Delaware. Florida was child pornography was number one, and sexual battery was number two. And Florida also has a law that says child molestation is a strict liability crime, which means the defense and the defendant cannot use the excuse, "I was unaware of her name," or I didn't know her age. I was unaware of her age, so they're barred from that completely in the state of Florida. They can't try to use that as an excuse or any of that kind of shit. So I think that's pretty good on Florida's behalf. At least they're moving in the right direction, making things stricter, making things tougher. So that's good. And then Georgia was solicitation of sodomy and aggravated child molestation, and statutory rape. 91% of all sex crimes towards children fall in those four little categories right there. I'm seeing a major problem here. I'm seeing a major problem. It might just be me, but hell, who knows? Let's see. Let's get to know what. Let's get to know. Thanks, Darlene. Let's get to know what the legal definition of aggravated sexual assault is in the United States. Aggravated sexual assault or rape is defined as some form of sexual penetration on another against the person's will and without consent.
There you go.
So, aggravated sexual assault or rape is defined as some form of sexual penetration on another against the person's will and without consent. We'll get to know my story, so you see my surroundings were Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, and the numbers. It seems weird, but the numbers for me, the numbers just get worse the further west we go. So, okay. Definition number 2 tonight: aggravated sexual abuse. The legal definition of aggravated sexual abuse means to knowingly cause another person to engage in a sexual act by using force against that person or by threatening or placing that person in fear that any person will be subjected to death, serious bodily injury, or kidnapping or attempt to do so. One more time. Oh yeah, these are just the number. These Darlene Clark says, just remember that not all cases are reported either. You're right. Not all cases are reported. Not even a quarter. Not even a quarter of sex crimes. Doesn't matter if it's child or if it's an adult, a male or female. 3/4 of sex crimes will never even be reported. It's horrible. It's horrible. So aggravated sexual abuse means to knowingly cause another person to engage in a sexual act by using force against that person, or by threatening or placing that person in fear that any person will be subjected to death, serious bodily injury, or kidnapping, or attempt to do so. Okay? Sexual exploitation of a minor. Definition number 3 for tonight. Sexual exploitation of a minor refers to a range of crimes and activities involving the sexual abuse or exploitation of a child for the financial benefit of any person or in exchange for anything of value, including monetary or non-monetary benefits given or received by any person. One more time. Sexual exploitation of a minor is the legal definition of sexual exploitation of a minor. Refers to a range of crimes and activities involving the sexual abuse or exploitation of a child for the financial benefit of any person or in exchange for anything of value, including monetary and non-monetary benefits. Means you make a deal with somebody, say, I'll give you a car if you give me this child porn, and there you go. That's non-monetary. So any kind of thing. I'll bake you a pizza if you give me that videotape of that child. Pretty fucking disgusting. So including monetary and non-monetary benefits given or received by any person. So whether these benefits have been given or received, you're breaking the law. What's the average penalty for these crimes? Between 1 year and up to life in prison. Which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I think this country needs a major overhaul on these crimes and how our judicial system handles them. Yep. My sister Darlene says, remember, my parents got money from me from age 2. Yeah. Darlene has some really nasty fucking parents. So, yeah. Darlene J. Clark, she's not my real sister, but she's my sister. Check her out on Amazon. She's got some books on there. I feel like a piece of shit now because I can't remember off the top of my head what the name of the one is. What's the name of your book, Darlene? But Darlene, she was trafficked from a really young age. She was physically mutilated from a young age. She went through some shit that would make most people's heads spin 10 times over. Right. Shattered Innocence. Darlene J. Clark on Amazon. Check out her book. Get to know who she is. Get to know her story. For any of you that see or listen, that tuned into the Blog Talk Radio show last Wednesday, she's the host of Healing Our Wounds, the Healing Our Wounds show. She was very polite and let me come up and be a part and co-host the show with her because she was feeling sick. I'm sure that as long as we keep going with the radio show, I'm sure that she'll have me back up on her radio show again. So tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Mountain Time, and 4 o'clock Pacific Time. Go to blogtalkradio.com and search up Healing Our Wounds, Darlene J. Clark, and she'll be having another talk show tomorrow, and you can call in and ask some questions. You can ask her about her own personal story if you'd like. Just knowing that there's people out there supporting everybody is what it's really about. This country's going to hell in a handbasket real quick when it comes to pedophilia and the punishments that these parasites receive. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't schedule anything? Like you don't have anything in specific to talk about? Because we could talk about all kinds of shit. I can come up with something real quick. Like, really, there's all kinds of stuff that we can discuss about it. Just creating awareness is what it's all about. Well, then, I guess, do you want me just to take it over tomorrow? Because I can. And I will. I'll gladly host it. Okay. I gotta go grab my charger real quick, guys. Hang on. Are you suggesting we talk about that on here tonight, Darlene? Or tomorrow on the talk show? On the radio show? Sunshine, moonbeams. Hello, everyone. Showing my support for your channel. Thank you, Sunshine, moonbeams. I really appreciate it. Do I know you by chance, or did you just stumble across the channel? Or tell us a little bit about who you are, please, if you would. If you want to, you don't have to. I just, we like to get to know people around here. So, do you know what this channel is about? Do you know what this channel is about, Sunshine Moonbeams? We're not about the YouTube street drama. We're not about true crime drama. We're not. Okay, well, how did you hear about my channel? Did you just stumble across it? Is that what happened? You just stumbled across it? So tomorrow, maybe, what do you think, Darlene? If you wanted to call me on Messenger real quick, you can call me on Messenger, and that way we can have a comp. Okay. You can call me on Messenger if you want, and you can jump on. But I'm starting to look into getting, you know how people have like, I'm not sure, you may have been dropped in a channel I watch. Sweet. Well, cool. Do you watch Team Rose or Catlin or What Next 420 or Queen Nessie? Anyway, that's not really that important, I guess. I sub to a lot of channels. Well, I'm glad you found this one, and I'm glad. Did you sub up to this channel? I hope you did. Hello. Oh, you hung up, Darlene. I'm glad that you. Yeah, Team Rose, Team Nessie. Yep, this is my channel here. Yeah, I love Team Rose. She's a sweetheart. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good. You gotta turn your TV down, sweetheart, or your computer down.
I gotta mute that.
Yeah.
Okay. I muted the computer, so.
Okay. So.
Welcome, Sunshine Moonbeams, to the show.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll be able to come and if she or he would like to come and discuss some of the things about pedophilia, also our take on it.
Yeah, maybe we can. Maybe she will. We'll see. Yes, I love Team Rose. I love Team Rose as well. Queen Nessie's cool. I've been dropping by Queen Nessie's channel. I've been dropping by Queen Nessie's channel here and there for the last week or so.
Okay.
Been checking her out. So
I wanted to make sure that you were female. I didn't want to disrespect you at all, Sunshine.
sweet. She said that she'd take part in conversation in the chat. So we're good.
That's good.
Also, if you would do me a favor as well, share my channel link with all your friends and your family, and there's a lot of good information here. I don't come with a filter. I don't say SA'd or any of that shit. It's sexual abuse, it's sexual assault, it's pedophilia. Let's put it this way. I hate pedophiles. That's my kind of crowd that I want around here. So the main goal.
You call them? You call pedophilia, or you call them something else?
Yep. I call them parasites.
There you go.
I like calling pedophiles parasites because that's basically what they are, is a bunch of fucking parasites.
You see what she said? She said she has no filter either.
That's good. No filters are good. No filters are good. Everybody with that woke movement or whatever the hell that shit was, and like I'm saying, let's start a no filter movement. Freedom of speech, motherfuckers. Like it or lump it. You know what I mean? But anyway, the main focus of this channel and the main goal of this channel is to address the most serious issues in this country. I totally agree. They are all suckers. Yes, they are.
The air suckers.
Yep, air suckers. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Stealing my oxygen. Damn. So the main focus and goal of this channel is to stand tough on pedophilia. All aspects of pedophilia from the courts on down to the pedophile themselves. If you don't know, I was sexually abused from the summer I turned 5 until the summer I turned 12. So that's kind of what has brought me to this. I also have a group on Facebook by the same name, Get2Know. There is more of a support group for anybody who has been sexually abused, any parent who has a child who has been sexually abused.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sunshine.
Yes, indeed. You don't have to answer, but just so people can get the idea of how bad pedophilia has gotten in our country. How many people do you know, Sunshine? How many people do you know that have been sexually abused? How many people do you know that have been sexually abused? I know 35, 40 of them, easy.
I know over 2,000.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, Darlene's the numbers are disgusting, you guys, and it's time we do something about it. It's time.
What's scary too, and they tell you to go to a police officer or whatever. And see, I was with that group also, NASCA, and so I met a lot of people, and in that group I met a lot of people that was messed with that way.
So Sunshine says 20 plus people. So, and out of those 20 plus people, I bet you each one of those 20 plus know at least 5 people apiece who have been sexually abused or exploited in one way or another. Agree? Like, I don't know. Well, I do know why. I can't prove it, but I know why this country hides the actual facts and the realizations of how bad pedophilia really is in this country.
Because a lot of the people that do it are with our government that owns the business. It's our police officers. It's our judges. It's our,
yes.
A lot of people are that, so that they cover for them.
It's doctors and teachers and priests and bishops, and it's your grandpa, your dad, your uncle, your auntie,
police officers, state troopers,
sheriffs, lawyers. I mean, pedophilia covers every aspect of life, every race in life has to deal with pedophilia. Every city, every child is going to be subjected to advances of pedophilia at one point in time if we don't fucking do something about it and stick up for what's right and make a change. We have to stand together as one united front to make it change.
Yes. And I'll let Sunshine know something about me too. I didn't know that some of the child pornography, child videos and pornography and stuff happened to me until when I was married, and I met a state trooper, Alabama state trooper, at a public library because we had some of the same common last names. All right, so I met him, and before I could even put my purse down, he said, "I remember you." I said, "From what?" He said, "From all the child sexual, the pornos." I said, "What?" And I fell. And he said, "And I'm so excited just thinking about still doing you." Because he said he used to do me. He was one of the perpetrators.
And what was his profession again? Oh, he was a state trooper.
Alabama state trooper.
Alabama state trooper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his daddy had businesses and stuff like that all over in North Alabama. He had auctions and all kind of stuff. And he told me that his daddy had over 300 child pornos, and I was in the majority of them. I'm like, what?
It's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, she was.
His daddy, his state trooper's daddy owned an auction house, and I wonder why Dad would only take me to the auction house. And then when I got little memories of things, there was a back room where they also sold children.
Yeah.
And I was one of them.
Yeah. Just like cattle. Just like cattle.
Yeah.
And it's happening.
I thought I was special treated. I was going to get special treatment going somewhere special. Just yeah. That, I didn't know I was going to do that.
Yeah. Special treatment.
But it's like, but the weird thing is, every time it happened, I guess they kind of like put a black wall up there, so I didn't remember every time. I just kept blocking it out. I guess that was a safety feature.
I gotta interject here because what you just said, not so special treatments, right? I'm moving up in my therapy and my counseling. I have counseling twice a week and whatnot, and I'm moving up to the next step in healing myself, and that is memories and whatnot. And I'm actually really scared to go back into my memory bank and see what I can remember from back then.
Oh yeah.
Because I know that the abuse was more than just 5 or 6 times. I mean, I have mental health issues because of sexual abuse, and I created people in my head to take my place when he was making me give him oral sex, or he was sodomizing me, or so I can only imagine what kind of things my memory has held back and hidden. And it scares me. But that's my next step.
Yes.
And that's my next step. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm there for you.
I know. I appreciate it. Sister. Let's see. Sunshine Moonbeams just said, let's see. She says, I don't blame you. It's so traumatizing to have to go and relive it. Well, I don't know about that yet, but I'm sure you're not wrong. I'm sure you're not wrong.
I used to be in a DID support group back when I was married, when the memories first started. Right. And when I was in that support group, I did a little bit of writings, and everybody said, can I please take a copy of that? Because it helps explain how I'm really feeling to my doctor. And I'm like, okay, I didn't think that my thing would be,
yeah,
that it would explain it. But I'm sure you didn't ever hear that one, which I had called Regina's Triumph. Because I had to deal with that too, with different people.
Sunshine says, I'm also a domestic violence survivor.
I am too.
When I first met Darlene, she told me her saying she went from victim to survivor
to thriver.
From survivor to thriver. And for me, I am going to take it one step further and go from victim to survivor, from survivor to warrior. I will be a warrior against sex crimes against children for the rest of my life. And I will make a difference in this world with or without the help of anybody. So I mean, I really don't.
Yeah, like one thing that we can also discuss, like one of the things I have written in my book, I can read it short and sweet thing to you, but I could go into depth and explain it in detail, about how I felt about it then versus how I feel about it today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, this says, are you ready for me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your support, Sunshine. It means a lot.
I need to know if all is okay, tired of this never-ending battle. Never knowing which direction, from here or there, scattered like seeds in the wind, shattered like a broken window pane, never-ending bleeding, turning, yearning, always in response of no. Is who is responsible for remorse? Oh, but of course no remorse. I need to know that feel remorse. I need to know and feel understanding, sympathy, love, and acceptance. So that's how I ended that. That's how I felt about it back then when my journey was just beginning. And then I've got explanations to it, and I think that would be good to understand and viewing it from the healing path versus, seeing how I felt about it back then and explaining the details. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's what we can do tomorrow night if you're game for that.
Hey, Darlene, grab those.
What?
The porn bombs I just got dropped on.
You got pop bombs or porn bombs?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Trying to get it. Let me.
I got it. That's one.
User timeout.
I just hit it from the channel.
Yeah, I was looking at my book thing. It's almost like the person knew. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
It's had about for 300 seconds, so probably back. But there's one was talking about different personalities like things.
Yeah.
This is what I had wrote and everybody wanted a copy of. I'll read it to you right quick. It's called Regina's Triumph. I had to act like I was someone else just to cope. I soon learned I could be myself and it was okay. If someone didn't like me for me, it was their problem, not mine. There was a family that appeared to the outside world as poor. Soon to be arriving at the Duncton family was unexpected and unwanted child, Regina Diane Duncton. She came prematurely with the father claiming that the mother had fallen. The truth was that they wanted to be rid of this child. It didn't take Regina long to realize not to cry when she needed anything. She learned to be silent. When Regina turned 2 years old, she saw a lot of hearts on the table, left by one of her sisters. Regina knew that hearts meant love, something that she needed since she came into this world. Regina aged, and every year on Valentine's Day, she saw the hearts and felt the need to be held. She felt the need to be told she was loved. She desired to be told she was a good girl. Regina found 8 stinger hearts. She decided to make wishes for them. With the first heart, she wished that her mother loved her. On the second heart, she wished that her father loved her. On the third heart, she wished that her brothers and sisters loved her. The fourth heart, she wished that anyone would love her. The fifth heart was a wish that she wouldn't be hungry anymore. Her sixth heart was a wish that she wouldn't be hit or yelled at anymore. She decided to save the other 2 hearts for later. Regina grew up and came upon the remaining hearts. Excuse me. She wondered, where did these come from? These seem so childish cheap. As Regina tried to discard the remaining hearts, she found a sense of reluctancy. She couldn't understand it. It just seemed like bits of paper. Paper? Why can't I throw these away? Regina started having terrible dreams. It was a little girl named Gigi talking to her. The little girl reminded her of herself when she was little. Horrendous dreams came frequently. The dreams didn't make any sense to her. So she decided to go see a psychiatrist. He had diagnosed her with having DID, which is a dissociative identity disorder, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, and depression. The psychiatrist gave Regina the name of a psychologist who specialized in these fields. She was a clinical psychologist. The psychologist gave Regina some titles of some books to read so Regina could understand her conditions. Regina thought she had a happy childhood. She soon realized that wasn't true at all. When Regina was little, she was smart with a bright imagination. With the pain she felt, Regina couldn't take the pain alone. So out of Regina developed another person who helped her to cope. Regina didn't know nothing of this happening. Things were difficult for Gigi. She couldn't handle it alone. She needed a bigger person who could do things that only big girls could do. So in came the help of Miss Love. The 3 parts of Regina were Regina the body, or core, Gigi, who took a lot of the abuse, and Miss Love, who took on the difficult tasks of adult things that was expected of Regina. Regina only knew of herself, but she had to admit she had blackouts and time lapses. The books made sense. People would call Regina other names. Regina would just smile at them and walk on by. Gigi and Miss Love told the therapist the story behind the hearts. The therapist had an idea. She told the different personalities to tell the hearts the stories, to share the pain, to get the feelings out, then throw the hearts away. These hearts don't bleed if you yell, scream, or cry. These hearts can take it. The therapist's idea worked, although it took time. The abuse didn't happen overnight, so the healing wouldn't happen overnight either. So the 3 personalities became one adequate, loving person. Today, the new Regina always takes her hearts wherever she goes. She approaches people with a friendly hello, asking if they might have one of her hearts. She tells them with a smile, this is to remind you that someone cares. Regina started using her past to help others who have been abused and traumatized. She wanted to get the word out that you can overcome the abuse, to never give up. They are true survivors. Do not see yourself as weak or no good. See yourself as a strong person you truly are.
Indeed. Sunshines and Moonbeams, to answer your question, I'll probably be going live about the same time I did today. What time do you work tomorrow? I can work around your schedule too. If you
You're talking about was doing this, during that radio thing though tomorrow. That might be what she's talking about too.
Oh yeah, huh? The radio show starts at 6:00 Central Standard Time, 5:00 Mountain Time, 4:00 Pacific Time. I'll probably do my live again tomorrow, right around 8:30, 9:00 Mountain Time. I hope that answers your question. All right.
You work nights.
All right. Well, we can even go live even earlier than that. I could actually just live stream the radio broadcast too.
See, what time zone are you in, Sunshine?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. And
She's in Pacific time.
Okay. So.
Is that what you are?
Yep. No, I'm in Mountain Time.
Okay, so you are an hour ahead of her.
Yeah. So it's.
Excuse me.
So it's.
So that all should work.
It's 10. It's 10 to 10 my time right now. So it's 10 to 9 her time.
Right.
So,
I just would hate for some of the certain people to call and we try to get the word out. I would hate for them to try to call and
I have a simple solution. I have a simple solution to that. If somebody wants to call in and try and wants to be a piece of shit, well then they'll end up getting figured out who they are because caller ID, whatever, and it'll be put out there that you support pedophilia and you are more than likely probably a pedophile. Because the only way I can see anybody wanting to come onto my channel, I want to get tougher sentences for all sex crimes. That's right. Sunshine, moonbeams. That's right. That's the goal. Harsher sentences for all sex crimes. Yes.
Did you tell the Sunshine know about what's going on in Idaho about the people the sex offenders living really right there at the school?
Yeah, I'm sure she's heard me talk about it, probably on Rosa's channel. I talked about it on Rosa's channel a couple times too. Yeah. Yeah, there's just like the National Sex Offender Registry has got to be. It's. I think it's the only reason why it's there is to give people a false sense of security, a false sense of safety. Because look, I can pull it up on my computer and I got these little red dots that shows me where this pedophile is and where this pedophile is, and what about all the invisible dots that aren't there that should be there because a prosecuting attorney made a plea bargain with them so they didn't have to register as a sex offender, or or the ones that haven't been caught and the ones that'll never be caught. Like there should be 10 other safety pins or push pins in between each one of those red push pins on that map for sure.
Yeah, like I told you that I had disowned a lot of my family because they're toxic.
Yep.
So I do have a brother that he claims that him and the woman, girlfriend, had sex on the bed where the daughter slept, and she claimed that they never had. But his semen was found on the girl's bed. Did you know that they arrested him, but they just made him pay for him having a weapon, and they dropped the sex abuse charges?
Yep, they do it all the time. Prosecuting attorneys do it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, what'd she say? She says, "Sunshine, moonbeams."
That even if it wasn't a sex crime, they still have to register as a sex offender.
Okay, well that's good. Now, do they have to register for life, or do they have Montiers there too? So sometimes it's hard to prove they really are a sex offender. Yeah,
exactly.
It is. It is. That's the reason why my wife's abuser walked out of the courtroom, and he actually admitted to sexually abusing my wife and some of her friends. So, I've been trying to keep these right around an hour, so we got about another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna jump off of here. But if here it goes again. I'm throwing it out there again. I did it last night. I'm gonna do it every single night until we start getting. It is wrong. It is wrong.
And the people need to know not to blame themselves. It is the perpetrator's fault. It's not the kid's fault. No matter what, even can you believe that some of the people said, well, police officers says, well, if you did end up coming, well, it ain't gonna be hard to get them to, whatever, get excited. But that don't mean they wanted anything to do with what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So here it is. This is from Get2Know. And this is to every creator on YouTube, every content creator on YouTube, every person in a creator's community. I'm calling you all out. Every one of you. Let's see. Molly Go Lightly, Perplex QT, No Life Shack, Rap, General Awareness, Mr. Fluffy, Mr. Beast, White Boy Lockdown Radio, all of you, Purple Phoenix, Duke Pharaoh, any creator on YouTube, I'm calling you out. Come check out Get2Know. Join me and my community and the community of Get2Know to make an actual positive difference in this world. Let's forget about all this YouTube street bullshit. All this he said she said shit. Let's forget about making fun of people because of their disabilities. Let's put all that shit on the back burner and let's attack something that really needs attacked and really needs fixed in this country, and that's pedophilia. I'm going to start a project. It's going to be called Project S.T.O.P. S.T.O.P. Project S.T.O.P. And it simply stands for Stand Tough on Pedophilia. So there it is. Get2Know. I'm calling all you guys out on YouTube. Every YouTube creator. I don't care if you do reaction videos. I don't care if you do guided meditation videos. I don't care if you do true crime videos or child molestation videos. And I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care what you do. If you want to make a positive difference in this world, now's the time to do it. Join up with Get2Know. Let's make this happen. We have to protect our children. We have to protect other people's children before it's too late, and it's almost too late. Before we know it, every child, every person in the United States. There is one content creator who is not welcomed here because he is a pedophile. Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Yes, the only people that are not welcome here are people who think pedophilia is okay and pedophiles. So if you're a pedophile, this community, we will sniff you out. We will find out that you are here and you are a pedophile. And I will make sure I exploit you on my channel because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not monetized. I will never be monetized. I don't give a fuck about making money. That's not what I'm doing this for. That's not what I'm doing this for. You'll never see me drop a Cash App. You'll never see me drop a PayPal. You'll never see any of that shit. One reason and one reason only for my being here on this channel. And that's to make a positive difference for the future of our children and the future of America. With that being said, this is Get2Know. Like, subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Tony Dodge. He has been all over the YouTube streets. Babe, will you write that down? What? Tony Dodge. I'm ready. Okay. Yeah, so let it be known, Tony Dodge, you're not welcome in this fucking community. Got it? Stay the fuck out of here. People like you and people who support people like you. Oh shit, now I gotta stay on a little bit longer. Caitlin's here. What's up, Caitlin? You're okay. You're late. I can forgive you. Maybe. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I know Caitlin subscribed. She's got a wrench. I know she shares my link any chance that she gets an opportunity to. Tonight we just went over some more states and the top sex crimes against children in those states. We've covered 10 over the last 2 days. I'll probably actually do 11 videos on this, and the 11th one will just be a quick recap of all 50 states and the top crimes against children, sexual crimes against children in each state, real quick as like a final wrap up to that. So I was a supporter of his and Ahmad till he said something on a live, and then he was uncovered.
By many YouTubers.
Oh, I'll exploit the fuck out of them. I don't give a fuck about doxing people. I'll dox somebody if they're a pedophile. I don't give a shit.
Say, dodge this, Tony.
Yeah. Uncovered by many YouTubers. Then he blocked me. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know who he is, but Sugar Glider says she knows who he knows about him. She's heard about him. So yeah. Again, all YouTube creators, I'm calling all you out. I don't care who you are. I don't care what community you belong to. I'm calling all of you out. Come join up with Get2Know. Let's make a real positive change in this world. Let's do something that has importance behind it. Let's do something and make a change for something that's going to make a change for the future of our children. Let's make a change. Let's do something fucking good before we die, people. Let's do something that's going to have everlasting effects, positive effects. And he also likes necrophilia too. Oh God. All children are safe, happy, and healthy on this planet. That's right. That's right, Catlin. Tell all children are safe, happy, and healthy on this planet. With that said, this is Get2Know. I'm calling all you YouTube creators out. Join up. Let's make a difference in this world before it's too late. This is Get2Know. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share. Share the hell out of this video. Share the hell out of all these videos. There's nothing but good information, and we're here to make a difference. So this is Get2Know. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Peace, love, and light, Peace, love, and light, Catlin. Sunshine and moonbeams. Good night. Hopefully, we'll catch you tomorrow. Darlene, sister, I love you. Good night. Sugar Glider, you're the best. I love you. Remember, let's make something happen positive in this country and make a change for the better. And remember, everybody, even one child is one too many. All children are safe, healthy, and happy on this planet. Amen. God bless. Thank you for the support.